Hello and welcome to the weekend review of week beginning 17th of May 2021. For disclaimer, please refer to my website chartvideo.com/disclaimer. On the left side is the candlestick chart of Bank Nifty, and as you can see, Bank Nifty spot closed at 32,169 and Nifty spot closed 18 points lower, 14,677. If we see after the start of May series, well, we would take it this way that Bank Nifty has gone a little down, recovered and then down presently here. Just like that, after the start of May series, this is the position of Nifty. Both, in a way, you can say that we are almost 1 to 2%. If you take Bank Nifty in Pakka, well, ये कहीं 72,781 था और अभी है 72,170. That means somewhere around 600 to 700 points Bank Nifty is trading here. And in case of Nifty, I would say it this way that, well, this was 29th, and from the start of the May series, this was 38th. From 14,631, it is right now at 14,677. Well, virtually going nowhere. Let's see, let's analyze the moving averages first. Well, here is the moving average chart of Nifty. As you can see, if we leave aside the 200-day SMA, all the major moving averages, rather the short-term moving averages as well as the 100-day SMA is clustered and very close to each other. Well, whenever such a situation arises, it's called as confluence of moving average. All you need to do is mark out the lowest point. The lowest swing here is 14,416 registered on 3rd of May, and thereafter the highest swing was at 14,966. Within this range, as long as Nifty trades, and it's very hard to say how long will it trade. Will it go up in this view? Will it go upside, break out on the upside, or will it come down, break down on the downside? That's still to say, still a big question, but as of now, it is trading in a narrow range of 15,000 odd on the higher side and 14,400 on the lower side. Well, any breakout after confluence of moving averages observed, any breakout is usually strong in nature and quite strong and may have the potential to either check the all-time high or make a fresh low. In that case, the lower side will be quite low, and that can be as low as 13,596. Well, as long as this confluence of moving average goes, I'm sorry to say, well, this will be the case. 2 दिन ऊपर, 1 दिन नीचे, 1 दिन ऊपर, 2 दिन नीचे, and whatnot. The RSI can be as flat as it can be presently at 49 odd levels, and we can say on the broader side, RSI is at around 57, 58 on the higher, and on the lower side at around 40 on the lower. Well, here one major question comes up. India is going through the worst phases of pandemic, and deaths are reported almost every minute. Every family is receiving some sort of bad news in front of friends, relatives or whatsoever. Even within that bad news, somewhere down the line, the index is resilient. I am not saying that it will be bullish and it would go well one-sided up immediately. But this is a major thing that in midst of this such pandemic, in midst of this such bad news, the Nifty appears to be resilient, and well, this is what is being indicated by the RSI as well. Breakout on the upside will be seen if RSI moves above the 60 mark. Similarly, breakdown below the 40 mark right now as flat as it could be. The ADX. Well, ADX has given you a divergence, and I have been repeating this particular thing for quite a long time, and a clear-cut divergence in ADX is being seen. Presently, the ADX has flattened, just flattened itself out at 14. The previous time also it had gone up from 15 odd levels. This time it has just flattened from 14 odd levels. Well, whenever ADX flattens itself out the way we are seeing it, the next move is usually quite strong in nature. Up or down, as of now, is not clear. Well, whenever it takes place, obviously the dominant DMI will be the direction where we have to take. Can we rely the PDI or MDI as of now? Well, what we are saying is that the PDI and the MDI is crisscrossing each other almost every other day. So here too, I would not take it this way, that slide up, MDI slide up है तो ऊपर जाएगा, या PDI slide up है तो MDI slide up है तो वो नीचे जाएगा, या PDI slide up हुआ था तो वो ऊपर जाएगा. Some sort of a signal is required. Let's see what type of signal can we get. This is important. First of all, assuming that the PDI and MDI, this crossover is final. Assuming, okay? In that case, the PDI MDI as of now is at 30. If MDI makes a higher high, that is, it crosses the level of 31, 32 on the upper side, we get the upside signal. On the opposite side, if PDI moves up and crosses the previous peak of MDI, well, this is the previous peak of MDI, this one, the 31 level. That means if PDI moves up and crosses this level, I would say that, well, in that case, the upside move has been signaled. In that time, obviously, for the move to sustain, what we need to check out is the ADX. ADX as of now is going down and has come to levels of 14. Should it go up and cross the level of 20, it would be a signal for a trending market. Till that happens, एक दिन ऊपर, 2 दिन नीचे, and whatnot, ऐसे ही चलेगा. The put call ratio currently at 1.11. Well, it is on the lower side. It had gone down to 0.9. We had 1.57 on the higher side, 1.11 currently. Let's go and see the chart. What is saying? Here it is. Well, as you can see, since 1st of February, the put call ratio had started to move on a lower trajectory. It had even stopped moving higher. But somewhere late April, we did get a higher value. Since then, if the put call ratio now tries to move up, succeeds in moving up rather, in that case, the situation of the market may change. So for me, I would be watching out for levels of 1.35 to 40. If put call ratio sustains above that level, that will be a place where a change in structure of the market, the change in moving style of the market might be observed.
Hi guys, me and Gautam have collaborated to bring a new course called Decoding Volume and Open Interest in Futures. Now what we are doing out here is we are going to analyze volume each and every days, what they say about the stock, what is going on in the stock. Then we take an indicator based approach to understand the volume cycle of a stock. The indicator is distributed freely in terms of Metastock, AmiBroker and TradingView code. After we analyze volume, we go to open interest, what open interest means, how open interest build up, what Y tells you about the nature of the stock, what is going on underlying the stock. Then we show you what is cumulative open interest, how to create a COI chart, and we also distribute an app free for lifetime where you can maintain your own COI database, look at it graphically and see how the cycle of a stock is changing. Now the app is free for lifetime. It does not need a data source. You can use the NSE Bhav copy to update the app on a regular basis. So after that, we come to a quantitative model which is proprietary, which incorporates price, volume and open interest and picks up stocks which are about to take a large move. From a swing trading perspective, say 5 to 10 days, 3 days, 8 days, whatever. We teach you a method where to enter, how to give a stop loss and stuff. So that particular list also helps you to pick up stocks out of 140 future stocks on those stocks which are going to make a move. This particular course is purely positional in nature. But if you are a day trader, the stock selection, that stock's about to make a large move, you can keep that on your watch list because in the next 3 to 4 days, stocks generally move during the day. So for day traders, it solves a problem of stock selection for day trading. This is all about the course. Me and Gautam have put our best into it. I hope you appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome back. Coming to the derivative segment. Let's see what the combined open interest as of now is saying. Well, if you analyze one day at a time, 3.83 plus, 0.55 minus, 1 minus 0.3, 4.42 and so on, and lately on Friday we had 5.49% drop. But much more than that, what interests me is if I start from 30th of April and go to the current date, what I am seeing is almost 13 to 14% open interest has increased from 1 crore 8 lakhs to 1 crore 23 lakhs. That means almost 13 to 14% increase has taken place. That means, be rest assured, major position is being created in Nifty and for the expected next move. The breakouts and breakdown levels, well, I have told you 14,400 on the downside, 15,000 on the upside, and that will be quite strong. From 1.08 crores, it has gone up to 1.23 crores. Well, we did have ups and down days here, but this is the place where it is giving you a signal. Nifty going nowhere. Nifty future, this is Nifty future, 14,690 to 14,715, as flat as it could be. Open interest has increased by 13 odd percent. In Bank Nifty too, we are jumping the line. Well, I have not shown you the chart of Bank Nifty, but still, let's see, just for the sake of analysis of Bank Nifty on the same lines. Here too, what we are saying is somewhere around 1.35, the COI has increased to 1.63, which is roughly 20 odd percent. Last 2 days, the rise was quite significant in nature. Now, this is important because open interest is increasing, though the market more or less is on a flat note. Well, you can say in case of Bank Nifty from 32,900, it has fallen to 32,265 odd levels, but all the same, there is certain fall, but it is just within 1 or 2% of the entire thing. Now, if I go to charts, let's check out Bank Nifty there. Here it is. Well, this was the day I was referring to, the first day of May series, and from here we had a down day, again consecutively up days, and now back here. So this is the range where Bank Nifty is trading. Let me plot the lines. Here it is. On the upper side, 33,300. And on the downside, this is the level which I'll be watching out for, which is something roughly around 31,900. So from 31,900 till 33,300, well, the trading range is on. And if we plot the moving averages, well, I would say it this way, that first signs of breakdown perhaps in Bank Nifty might be seen, or they may even correct themselves and then go for the upside. The breakdown as of now has not yet taken place. It is in this range, as I told you, well, fine, but watch out the slope of, in particular, the 30-day SMA. I am thickening it up for you. There it is. The slope of 30-day SMA happens to be quite down all along. This is saying that the downtrend is still on. Well, in this short-term uptrend where it did make a higher high but higher low has not yet been confirmed, well, the 13-day had moved up. The slope of the 13-day had moved for the upside. However, the slope of the 13-day has again turned flat. Here, if you ask me that, well, what do you feel? I can say it this way: as long as the index is below the 30 SMA, as long as the index is below the 13 SMA, as long as the slopes of these two SMAs do not turn for the upside, perhaps downside is on. So what are the values of 30 SMA? Around 32,600. That will be a place where I would look out for. Well, in that case, if it crosses the 13 SMA, that would be around 32,835 odd levels. If Bank Nifty manages to move above the 30 SMA, above the 13 SMA, in that case, perhaps the trend might change. But as of now, we are in a midst of flattish trend with a slight downward bias. Well, what is the RSI of Bank Nifty saying? Certainly at the equilibrium line, very close to the equilibrium line at 44 levels. If you see minutely, perhaps we are having a lower low of sorts, but all the same 40 to 60 is the range where we should be careful, we should not judge. And on the upper side, well, here is 52 and this is 56. Let's take it this way. On the lower side, 44, 45 odd levels. On the upper side, 57 odd levels. Let any one side break down and then we should think of it. The bias here, well, clearly is a slightly on the downside. What is the ADX saying? Well, ADX here, I would say it this way, that there is some kiss and flirt of the PDI and MDI. They tried to kiss each other. Well, they tried again to kiss each other. The MDI right now is moving up and presently at 32. The previous time the MDI had moved up, it was also till 32. Should this MDI move further upward, downside move will be confirmed. And on the other side, if this PDI starts moving up, makes a peak higher than this level, that is the opposite color, in that case you may say, well, the downside is over, the upside may have begun. As of now, to sum up today's weekend review, I can say we are going through a very narrow range. The entire market is trading on a very narrow range, neither major shift on the upside, neither major shift on the downside. Bank Nifty certainly appears a little weaker than Nifty, but still, as long as trading range continues, well, the option writers might be having a field day, but option buyers, I'm sorry to say, option buyers might be losing money and directional traders are also losing money here. We have to wait, can't help it, that is market. All the same, so much so for this week. We'll again meet next week. Till then, stay in the comfort of your house. Do keep yourself protected. Wear a mask wherever you need to go out. See you.